There's two types of special right triangles, the 30, 60, 90 and the 45, 45, 90. So we're going to start with the 30, 60, 90. Remember, we've already learned that the cosine of 60 is 1/2. So if the cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, that means this side will be 1 and the hypotenuse will be 2, because that's your adjacent to your hypotenuse for the 60-degree angle. By Pythagorean theorem, if we think about that, to find the length of this side, we'll call it A. We get 2 squared minus 1 squared equals A squared. So 2 squared minus 1 squared, that's 4 minus 1 is 3. Of course, that's equal to A squared. Sorry. Well, if we don't have a calculator, we can't really figure out what the square root of 3 is, because you got to take the square root of both sides. So we're just going to say that it's the square root of 3. We're not using calculators for special right triangles. So then A is going to be equal to the square root of 3. I'm going to erase this. Now, all of our other 30, 60, 90 triangles are going to be similar to this triangle. So what that means is the rule is going to be the adjacent side to the 60-degree angle is equal to 1 times x. The hypotenuse is going to be equal to 2 times x. And the side opposite of the 60-degree angle is going to be equal to x times the square root of 3. They're all based off of this side. So if I decide to say that this side is 3, that means this side is 2 times 3, so it's 6, and this side is 3 times the square root of 3. It's that simple. And that will work for any numbers. But what if I say the hypotenuse is 8? Then you have to work backwards. So 8 divided by 2 gives you 4 for this side, and you still have your cosine of 60 is 1/2, because 4 over 8 is 1/2. And then you can figure out this side will be 4 times the square root of 3. Same principle if I give you this side. If I say this is 2 square root of 3, then you have to divide by the square root of 3 to get this side. It's 2, and then you multiply to get this side. It's going to give you 4. Right now, when you pay attention to where your 60 degree is, because now I've moved the 60 degrees up here, so your 1/2 is going to move to right here. If this is 2, this is 4, this is 2 square root of 3. Always pay attention to where your 60-degree angle is. And here's where it gets tricky. If I tell you that this side is 4, and remember that side is x times the square root of 3, this side is x, and this side is 2x. Well, if I tell you that this side is 4, oops, that means this side has to be 4 divided by the square root of 3. The problem here is that's improper math. You can't leave a square root in the denominator. So you have to do what's called rationalizing the denominator. And to do that, it's very simple. You're going to say 4 divided by the square root of 3, and you're going to multiply that times the square root of 3 over the square root of 3. Okay, so now you have 4 times the square root of 3 at the top over the square root of 3 times the square root of 3 is the square root of 9. And the square root of 9 is 3, so all that happened is the 3 came out of the square root. And this would be the appropriate answer, not this. So then this side would be 4 square root of 3 over 3. Then to find the hypotenuse, it would be 2 times that, so 4 times 2 is 8. So then the hypotenuse would be 8 square root of 3 over 3. And we're going to put that in the learning log. Now let's look at the 45, 45, 90 triangle. It's easier than the 30, 60, 90. Remember, this is isosceles, so these two legs are equal. Doesn't matter what they are, they're equal. So if we say this one is 1 and that one is 1, then by the Pythagorean theorem, we have 1 squared plus 1 squared equals c squared. So that's 1 plus 1 is 2 equals c squared. And to take the square root of both sides, then the hypotenuse is going to be equal to the square root of 2. But just like in the 30, 60, 90, the rule is going to be this side is 1x, this side is 1x, and this side is x times the square root of 2. So if I say this side is 3, it's going to make this side 3, and that's going to make this side 3 square root of 2. If I tell you this side is 5 square root of 2, and that's going to make this side 5, and this side 5. And just like with the 30, 60, 90 triangle, if I tell you that this side is 4, then this side is going to be 4 divided by the square root of 2. And there again, you're going to have to rationalize the denominator. So you have 4 over the square root of 2 times square root of 2 over the square root of 2. So if I multiply on the top, that gives me 4 square root of 2 over square root of 2 times square root of 2 is square root of 4. Square root of 4 is 2. So I just take the 2 out of the square root. But look at this. This one will reduce, whereas last time it would not reduce because 4 divided by 3, that doesn't reduce. This one reduces. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So this will be left as, if you can reduce it, you need to. So this will be 2 square root of 2. So instead of this, the answer is 2 square root of 2. And that will also be the length of this side, 2 square root of 2. And again, we're going to put that